First, I gotta find the mail.
Just call the toll-free number on your screen now to see if you qualify for additional benefits, including dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. There is no obligation to enroll. The call and Medicare benefits review are absolutely free. Just call 800-882-0987. 800-882-0987.
This Thursday,
We did, Linda, we did get that notice last week about the PPP.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yes.
And did you tell Tim that?
I'll forward it to him.
That's the only thing I've got so far.
to our everyday heroes. Hosted by Anderson Cooper and Dr. Sanjay Gupta. Thursday night at 8 on CNN. We were there when it happened. When it was overwhelming. When skies were dark. When it seemed impossible. When it looked hopeless. When life changed in a moment. When we needed each other. When the sun came out again, we've gone through it with you for 30 years, and we're with you now. We stand with small and medium businesses. That's right.
From our Boyer family to your family, to the world community, we send forward our prayers for help, for healing, for hope. We are eternally grateful for the spirit, dedication, and sacrifice of our Boyer family to bring essential
Alrighty.
communities here.
This is the jail I'm in now, which is fine. It's what we need to have when we have a youngster around, like Jiminy. I can't sleep. Here he comes. Hi, Jiminy. How you doing? That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Yes, he's just very, very active. I think in the people world you would call it ADHD. Get out of here, you nut. Except I do think he's probably genius.
Schools in Los Angeles County were closed.
That doesn't stop him from being ADHD.
Make sure every student has internet access and the devices
He needs a little
needed
more
to do their schoolwork. Thousands of high school students are simply
activity,
not logged
quiet
on
activity.
for a variety of reasons. We're
I
joined
tried to get him to hold a basket today. He didn't like the idea, but we're working on it.
Unified
Okay, Cosmo.
in
Today was a little bit of relaxing.
Thanks so much for joining us earlier this
Oh, I think I read that yesterday. Went to the farm in the morning, helped out with a few things. Couple hours, and Cosmo and Ruby ran around while we went to a car wash, and then Cosmo and Ruby found quite interesting and a little scary. Oh, taking a dog into a car wash is something else. It never occurred to me that it was a problem. This is before I started Service Dog Project, but I was down in Pennsylvania with 3 or 4 of my dogs to meet with a woman who started trying to train Great Danes. King, Mary King, maybe her name was. And she kind of started it, and I wanted to see what she was doing, etc. I got there earlier than I thought, and so I thought, well, I'll just go through a car wash. It was the first time my 4 Great Danes had ever been through a car wash. And they all landed in the front seat with me. It was a mess. They're terrified. So you have to treat car washes very carefully.
logging in every day of the
Obviously, we don't wash our cars very often, so it's a problem. Okay. Now, Jasmine is still doing well. Her recall is great. She loves going for car rides as well as walks. Only command she struggles with is stay. She only wants to stay in that command for a few seconds. It's being nice out today, we'll work on it. Penny? Oh, that was before. Office furniture. Symbol is looking forward to reuniting with his siblings. And tomorrow getting ready for further education. While he continues to do well with walking on lead, downstay weight and recall, load up and back, he still needs work on stairs. Well, don't force it. Let him work on it. You force it, you scare him. So let him work on it. He's more patient going down the steps than up. 5 steps in the arena are probably better to allow him to finish them
You don't
successfully.
want it to be a joke, you don't want it to be nothing, and it's a very difficult line to walk.
Well, our educators do an extraordinary job, but the transition to online, so much of the history or the examples one would use have real selection bias. Affluent communities, schools that
He's a pleasure to work with.
tons of investment in training and the tools, and students
During this
have been
shutdown,
to
he has been the center of attention much of the time, whether it's been a ham posing for pictures or snuggling on the sofa.
Newspapers went through when they used to have a captive audience at the kitchen table.
Looking forward to watching him on the Explore cameras.
For public education, where we had assumed
Henry and I had a long walk this morning and got
present at school
told by another walker that he was the most beautiful Dane she'd ever seen.
did a captive audience
He also made friends with a beagle puppy.
where everybody's lives.
Devin stopped by yesterday to give me
Educators, their families,
some tips on training Henry,
is the goal.
and it was very helpful. Henry's been losing weight as he grows,
Engaged and keep them.
so we're going to increase his meal size and hopefully see some improvement.
Tens of thousands to log on.
Guinea dogs are good dogs.
I imagine there are some kids that don't have a place to do schoolwork. And
He's also mastered down. We're very proud of
might
him.
not have Wi-Fi or might not
Charlotte.
have computers. Even.
Okay, that's all I have on that one. And that leaves me 10 minutes to do nothing, except maybe open this. I can't open the thing early because it's funny. There are people who log on at 5 o'clock. Let me just look at that and see what,
80% of the families
see what it looks like.
live in poverty. They were struggling, many of us were struggling to get by even before this pandemic hit. It's only been
What am I doing? I'm looking for
every day we're providing almost 600,000
this one.
meals a day to students and families in our community. So the needs are real, the struggle is real, and engaging a student, keeping them learning is part of the struggle. We have to connect it to the safety net for all families with the mental health hotline to try to keep our students home and connected. And
There's a bunch of people watching already.
right now because
Okay.
families are under a lot of pressure. You talk about it a lot and well chronicled on your show. Education is one part of the picture, and we have to find ways to keep students engaged and learning as best
This is
they can,
Tuesday.
and we can help them in this environment.
Thursday, I believe,
Very tough.
Brian is coming to put the balls on the
Thank you so much for your time.
Elvis.
The best day.
These are the balls.
Coming up next, North
They're going on his horns.
be in great condition. A source tells CNN.
Now, the conversation I had with his secretary,
That's next.
it's almost tough to repeat it. I sent an email saying that I was waiting for Brian to come and do the balls. So she writes back and says, I booked the castration for Thursday at 3 o'clock or whatever. And I said, geez, I think he's already been castrated. I don't know, I better go look. So I did. It does seem to be he's already been fixed. I said, no, it wasn't the balls, it was the screws. See, these things are going to maintain little, they do need a tiny little screw there. And I don't have the specific one, and I don't know why Brian does, but nonetheless, he said he would find the proper screws. Well, then we got into that conversation with the secretary, and it really got kind of mixed up. But hopefully, Brian is coming to put those balls on the end of the horns of the castrated bull, for which we need 2 screws. It was a complicated problem. This piece is laying here. This is a piece of PVC covered chicken wire. It's PVC covered. Well, it's not quite as dangerous as it looks. I got some of that. I think I got it at Farm Tech, but I'm now trying to figure out how to clean up the whole chicken department. I'm not happy about it. That stuff comes. I got 5 minutes to kill. That stuff comes 6 feet, 5, 6, and 7 feet. My instinct is to go for the 7 feet because it's not that much more expensive to go for that. Well, if you get 7 feet, then you really need at least 2 feet in the ground, so you need a 10-foot post. Well, you just try and buy a 10-foot post. I've been to Tractor Supply, and they do list it on their catalog, but if you click on it, they won't let you. And I called the local Tractor Supply place and said, well, where's your main office? Who could I call to try and order this? I don't know. So the guy that runs the Tractor Supply here in town does not know who his main office is or how you contact them. So I kind of gave on that, and I somewhere along the line found out who made the 10-foot posts. It's an outfit, I believe, in Pennsylvania. So I figured I'd call them, and I ran into a very interesting guy, and I bet you we've swapped emails maybe 10 times with this problem of the 10-foot posts. Let me just wait a second here, and I'll find his name. Why shouldn't I share his name? Where the hell is his mail? It's been very funny. I've enjoyed it. Michael Henderson. He and I have been trying to figure out how I can get these posts. And they, apparently, being a supplier of this, he can only give them to us in 200 posts in a lump. They don't break up lumps. And I've been trying to say, well, gee, it would be very nice if seeing as we're a charity, if you could kind of break up a lump and give us really 100. We really only need about 60, but we'd take 100. And it goes on and on and on, and then shipping, and it's been very enjoyable. I haven't got the post yet. The other option is to go with an 8-foot post, which is more readily available, and I could get some of those through Tractor Supply if I drive to their next store, which is 25 miles away. There's no way I can get them to bring them from one store to another because they just don't do that. Not only don't they do that, they're afraid to let a woman back into the yard because apparently some woman backed a trailer and got stuck in there. So it's been very lively, my conversations on the topic of the posts. Microphone noises.
I shut your door.
Oh. Oh, is it working now? I guess, I don't know. Penny says she has nothing new to report. Devin. Madison Dolan. Maddie has Nayla. Very distracted with traffic. Pace is good in the house in the backyard. And struggles in less controlled environments. Recall is decent, but needs some improvement around distractions. Very sweet and silly girl. She loves to run and play. Okay, that's her. Megan sent me the closing sheet, which she does every night. Whoever closes the barn writes down who is in what stall and things like that. Get out of here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. We have 9 dogs in the barn and 1 in the laundry. Okay, so we will now approach the mail. Maybe. I don't know whether we have any or not. There, we got a little bit of mail. It's very difficult with all the hardware around here. Okay, this is from Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina. Here we go. You get out of here. This is for 5 bricks. Okay. I better write that on the envelope. Ugh. Wants 5. Plus 5. And this one is Vincent and Kathleen Lindgren, Lindgren. Uh-oh, close. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. Okay. That goes in there, and then this one goes in there. And here's something from Danvers Animal Hospital letting us know that, oh, it's on time this time. They're due for a rabies shot in May. Well, that's the first time one of those has been timely. We don't need that. And then we don't need this one. And then Deidre White, or current resident. Nope. Good heavens. Absolutely nothing. Well, I'm glad we got the one letter. And that's all I know. So now I go to the other thing and see if we have any comments. See if we have any comments. Oh. Okay, what do we got? What have we got? Okay, so we're back to the bottom, I guess. Well, that's a day ago. Chicken bricks. Picture of Gibson, that's a good one. Is that Gibson? Yes, Gibson. Pretty picture. Why is the gray and white dog with Megan limping? I don't know. Who is it? Oh, that's Magnus. Okay. Megan holding the 4 p.m. dinner. Huh. When the house dogs are let outside through the house door, are they just so good as not to wander, or are they in a closed area? No, they don't go anywhere. There are gates on either side of the door, which, you know, sometimes we have shut depending on who's here. But my dogs don't go anywhere. And the gate, the electric gate is often open. Television is too loud. Somebody else is having no trouble hearing me. Can anybody hear Carlene? And the TV turned down. Got that. When will we have the pleasure of watching more training sessions with Jiminy? Pretty soon. I gotta get after him a little bit. Okay. Jimmy looks to be very smart. Yesterday he had a problem solved on how to get the box of food from under the bed and how to get the food out of the it does not come all the way out. Yuppie puppy. Yep, he's entertaining all right. How's Pam doing? She's still got an upset stomach. Balls on horns permanent? Yes. What am I having for dinner? Yes, we got an order from the chef, and I had some of it for lunch. It's wonderful. Okay, are we all done for the day? Oh, one more up the top. Made a few fire starters for the first time. Do they make smoke when they light them? Not too bad. Fireplace. Oh, I just put them in the fireplace and just light them. How was my day? My day wore me out. Wore me out. But at any rate, that's normal. Okay. Okay. One thing we did do today, I found a tree that looked like it might have a wire embedded around it, which would kill the tree. So I got Dennis, we operated on that, and we cleared that problem. Okay. So we go home now. That's it. We all done. Ugh. Night, guys. I haven't turned it off. I'm turning it off. Did we?